Hi and welcome to Life Lessons. In today's video, we're going to be discussing a question that many of us have asked ourselves at some point in our lives. Are you a difficult person to love? It's important to be honest with ourselves about this, as it can have a big impact on our relationships with others. Whether we realize it or not, we all have certain traits and behaviors that can make it harder for others to love and accept us. In this video, we'll explore what it means to be a difficult person to love and how to tell if you might be one. We'll also discuss strategies for changing or managing any traits that might be holding you back. So let's get started. Being a difficult person to love doesn't necessarily mean that you are a bad person or that you don't have good qualities. It simply means that you have certain behaviors or traits that make it harder for others to love and accept you. These traits might include things like being overly critical, selfish, or emotionally unavailable. These types of behaviors can make it harder for others to feel close to you and to feel like they are being treated with kindness and respect. It's important to remember that everyone has flaws and no one is perfect. However, if you are consistently exhibiting behaviors that make it hard for others to love you, it may be worth considering making some changes in order to improve your relationships. If you have traits that make you difficult to love, it's important to take steps to change or manage them in order to improve your relationships with others. Here are some strategies you can try. Seek therapy. A therapist can help you work through any underlying issues that may be contributing to your difficult behavior. They can also provide you with tools and strategies for managing and changing your behavior. Work on your communication skills. Improving your communication skills can help you better express your needs and feelings, and make it easier for others to understand you. This can include things like active listening, using I statements, and learning how to effectively communicate boundaries. Practice self-awareness and self-reflection. Being more self-aware and self-reflective can help you identify patterns in your behavior that may be causing problems in your relationships. It can also help you understand your own emotions and needs better, which can make it easier to communicate and connect with others. Seek support from friends and loved ones. Surrounding yourself with supportive people who care about you can help you feel more loved and accepted, which can in turn make it easier for you to be more loving and accepting of others. Practice forgiveness. Forgiving yourself and others can help you let go of negative emotions and move forward in a more positive direction. It can also help you be more accepting and understanding of others, which can make it easier for people to love you. Remember, it's never too late to work on becoming a more loving and accepting person. It may take time and effort, but the rewards of improved relationships with others are well worth it. There are many different traits that can make someone difficult to love. Some common ones include being overly critical. If you are constantly pointing out the flaws or mistakes of others, it can make them feel belittled and unappreciated. Being selfish. If you only think about your own needs and wants and don't consider the needs of others, it can make it hard for people to feel close to you. Being emotionally unavailable. If you have a hard time opening up and sharing your feelings with others, it can make it difficult for people to feel connected to you. Being inconsistent or unreliable. If you frequently cancel plans or don't follow through on your commitments, it can make it hard for others to trust you and feel like they can count on you. Being negative or pessimistic. If you tend to see the glass as half empty and focus on the negative aspects of situations, it can be draining for others to be around you. Being inflexible or unwilling to compromise. If you have a hard time adjusting your plans or compromising with others, it can create conflict and make it difficult for people to feel like they can be themselves around you. These are just a few examples, but there are many other traits that can make someone difficult to love. If you have any of these traits, it's important to be aware of them and try to work on them in order to improve your relationships with others. It's a good idea to take a step back and evaluate whether we have any qualities that may make us hard to love. This can be a tough thing to do, but it's important to be honest with ourselves in order to improve our relationships with others. Having flaws is completely normal and everyone has room for improvement. However, if we have certain behaviors or traits that consistently make it difficult for others to love and accept us, it's worth considering making some changes. To do this, it can be helpful to think about whether we exhibit any behaviors that might be seen as overly critical, selfish, or emotionally unavailable. If we identify any of these traits in ourselves, it's important to try to work on them in order to become more loving and accepting people. In conclusion, we've discussed the question of whether or not you are a difficult person to love. We've defined what it means to be a difficult person to love and identified some common traits that can make it harder for others to love and accept you. We've also reflected on whether you have any of these traits and discussed strategies for changing or managing them. Remember, it's important to be honest with ourselves about whether we are a difficult person to love and to take steps to become more loving and accepting individuals. We hope this video has helped you better understand yourself and your relationships with others. Thank you for watching our video. If you enjoyed it and want to see more like it, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We post new videos regularly and would love to have you join our community. By subscribing, you'll be notified every time we upload a new video so you never miss out. Thanks again for watching and we hope to see you back here soon.